you're watching Esther from Stampin' Star Creations. Thank you for joining me once again for my video. I made this card for a colour challenge for colour inspiration on Facebook, and I had a dear lady ask me about the process of making this card, so I thought I'd talk you through how I created the leaves and making up this card for the challenge. I'll be using the new Colourful season set, which is available from the 1st of June 2017 from the new Stampin' Up catalogue, and we're going to be using the leaf and the matching die from this set. I'm going to stamp my leaf in the Versamark ink. Making sure I've got enough space to put 3 on. The ink stays fairly wet, so you've got a chance to put your powder on, but you've got to, because I'm stamping 3, I'm going to work fairly quickly. I'm just going to show you this process in case you haven't seen it before. Also, I should have said before I started, I rubbed the piece of cardstock with my embossing buddy, so this just stops any static and it stops the powder sticking anywhere you don't want it to. So I'm just going to grab my heat gun, heat this up. And what this does is it melts the powder so that it sets the image that you've done. Okay, I'm just going to finish this process and then come back to you for the next stage. So I'm going to use my blend pen, and starting with Island Indigo, I'm going to just press the lid, which gives you nice colour in there, and then just using my pen to pick up the colour. Now you might be wondering why I've got washi tape on the ends of my pen. It's because it's a clear lid, sometimes when you put it down it gets lost easily, but with the washi tape on it, it's nice and easy to find. So pick up your colour with the pen, and then starting from the centre, drawing out towards the edge of your leaf. So go along and fill each section. I try to make it a bit darker at the base, and then working up to be a lighter colour towards the top of the section that I was working on. So the colours were Island Indigo, Cajun Craze, Delightful Dijon, Smoky Slate. So I saw a great tip from somebody on YouTube. I'm really sorry, I can't remember who did it. She said if you rolled your pen, rather than holding it on the tip, it makes the tip go furry, but if you just roll it at an angle to get off the ink, then it does make your pens last a lot longer. So you can obviously do this in whatever colourway you'd like and just blend the colours in. And I think I'm just going to finish this off screen, and then I'll come back to you with the next process. The embossing powder acts as a resistant, so you can keep in the channels with the leaves, so that's another really handy tip. I'm just going to run through the matching die again just to show you if you haven't seen this process before. Sorry, just trying to get my plates out. And I've got the magnetic platform here, which helps to position the die to keep it still once you've got it onto the platform. So these match up perfectly with the stamps, and then you run it through the machine and these will cut out your leaves. There you go, so you don't have to fussy cut all the way around there. Okay, so I'm just going to pause and then meet you back at the next process. In order to get a clear sheen on top of the leaves, I then went back on with the Versamark, and you just cover the leaf in the Versamark. And then I sprinkled clear powder on them. And then we're going to go again and heat that up, and that gave it its nice sheen. Now, because the leaves have been embossed already, you don't want to spend too long a time with the heat with the second embossing, because this melts the copper powder. So I'm just going to hold it down with my pen. As soon as it starts melting, you want to move your heat gun to the next part. There you go. That gives you a bit of texture too. Okay, so I'll once again meet you back at the next part of the video. Sorry the video is a bit disjointed and bitty, I just thought it just saved for long videoing time and for viewing time as well. So this to create the background on the card, I just used our sponges which come as a circle and then it's cut up into pieces. I've got an old style ink pad, so it takes a bit more inking up. But ink up your sponge, rub off the page first and then come onto the page, because sometimes the intensity of ink on the sponge sometimes leaves a spongy mark on your page. So just lightly rubbing, and you can keep on adding more colour as you rub, and this creates the background effect. And then you go in with your next colour to start blending that in. This is the delightful Dijon. So you can also blend those two colours together so they look a bit more seamless. So that's how I did the background to the card. If you're wondering where the sentiment comes from, I used a mixture of two sentiments from the set, which was "You make me smile," and then the happy from "May all your tomorrows be as happy as today," because the grey bit reminded me of the song "You Are My Sunshine, You Make Me Happy When Skies Are Grey," so that was the thinking behind the sentiment. So I hope that explains how I came to make this card, and hope you enjoyed the video. Please give me a like if you like it, or comment, let me know how you got on, and do subscribe to my channel if you're interested in some more videos. You can buy these products and more at stampinstarcreations.co.uk. Thank you for joining me. Take care. Bye bye.